In McBroom, Tana Mojo tried to expose him for cheating. She had this to say.
One time Austin McBroom was cheating on Catherine, and the girl he was cheating on her with left a lipstick in his car. And I'm sitting in the car with Jake, and we get a call from Catherine or Austin. We answer it, and it's Austin bawling his eyes out, and Catherine absolutely screaming, holding this lipstick inside of their car. And she's screaming, and she's like, "It's the lipstick, Tana's. Austin says the lipstick's Tana's, blah, blah, blah." Austin's bawling. My dumb ass thinks the right thing to do at the time is save the kids, save the kids. So I lied to Catherine. I'm like, "This is my lipstick." It wasn't my lipstick, Catherine. I'm really sorry. But we Team Bryce out here on God, so.
Whoa! Such a strong allegation in the comments of that TikTok. Fan says the Ace family gives me such toxic vibes. I honestly don't feel bad for Catherine. I feel bad for them kids. Tana responds by saying she allows it for money. Come on. Woo! And then Tana followed up with a tweet telling the same story about Austin cheating on Catherine, lipstick left in a car. Austin responds to Tana by saying cap to the biggest clout chaser of them all, and it was actually Erica Costell's lipstick, dummy. I was taking Jake and her back to Jake's house. This is a lame lie. However, Austin McBroom ended up getting cleared by Erica Costell. She responds by saying, "It was actually lip liner. Can I get it back?" Austin responds by saying, "Thanks for keeping it 100%. Tana responds by saying, "Why you tweeting me? Go watch your kid, little crapper." Okay, so it's settled, right? No, now a whole new rumor starts because Erica Costell's lip liner was in Austin's car. Obviously, Erica Costell was the one hooking up with Austin. Erica responds.
Okay, so that lip liner tweet was not meant to be taken seriously. One, I genuinely was just curious if I could get it back. It was KKW, my favorite shade, whatever. We'll call this long gone. But no, I did not sleep with Austin McBroom. First of all, there was 3 of us in his Lambo. We were speeding. We got pulled over for it, so there was a sudden stop, and all my shit out of my purse. So that's why my lip liner was in his car. No. Some of y'all talk too much. Second, I've done a lot of cringy things in my life, mainly on the internet, but I don't do them anymore, and I also don't lie. So that was the story behind the lip liner.
Sheesh. Okay, so everybody has caught the boxing bug. Who are we going to see next in the ring? Well, fans started tweeting.
What up, bro?
I gotta ask. Every month there's cheating rumors about you going on. You never address it. Is there a reason why?
To doing like collabs and stuff at the time. So I was like, oh my gosh, he really just messaged me. Like I was just like stoked. So here was our conversation on Instagram. I mean, it was just typical like collab DM. I did find it a little weird and unnecessary that he needed to text me afterwards. So we text, he asked me if I'm going to be in LA anytime soon, and I'm like, yeah, I can be in LA if it means you personally hand me the package, of course. So I go to LA by myself, and I'm going to have to do part 2. So I get to LA, I'm staying in a hotel completely by myself. We're texting a little bit throughout the day, like, you know, kind of like seeing what I'm like, I keep asking what the plans are later and like what exactly we're doing, and he kind of just keeps beating around the bush and not being direct and just kind of vague, which really bothers me. I'm like the type to like want to know what we're doing. And so like we were supposed to meet like 6, and then it got pushed to 7 and 8, and then I texted him at 9 like, okay, what is the deal? Like I was like, why are we meeting so late, you know? Like when he said spot in Malibu, I was like, what does that even mean? Spot, like restaurant, like what, you know? But anyways, he picks me up in the blue Rolls Royce that everyone knows. So I'm like, okay, so it shouldn't be anything fishy. Like he's not trying to be sneaky about it, whatever. And then where do we pull up? To a house in Malibu. And I was like, oh my God, like for part 3. Part 3. So we pull up to a house, and I'm like, have I really been this naive to not know that this was what it was the entire time? Anyways, at this point, I'm still kind of oblivious, and I'm just like, okay, you know, maybe we're just talking business. Because in the car, we had just talked about, like, other brand deals he might get me and all these other things, and I'm, you know, just excited, you know? So we get inside, he just kind of keeps asking me about me, and, like, just, like, seemed like he was just, like, trying to get to know me, and I was just, like, doing the same. So I knew it was, like, not completely business when he turned on Netflix, and we were just watching Netflix on the couch, like, just talking and stuff, and I'm just like, what the And then he, like, grabs a blanket and just, like, has a blanket on himself. At this point, we're, like, not close together at all. And he, like, it tells me, like, come over and, like, lay with him. And I'm just like, hey, look, like, I'm really trying to do business. That's what I thought this was. Like for part 4, though. So he's like, no. Like, he kind of gets a little defensive. And he's like, no, like, I got you. Like, we are going to do business. Like, this is business. I'm like, okay. Like, and it was just civil. Like, it wasn't weird after that. Like, it was just fine. And blah, blah. He takes me back. And, like, on the way back, by the way, like, some fans of his were, like, recording us from a car and, like screaming. And I was like, and he was like, don't worry about it. It's okay. And I was just like, oh. So me being still, like, dumb and naive to the whole situation, we hang out again the next night. Only this time he asks me to Uber. But yeah, it was definitely the same spot. So like last time, I mean, he's talking about like me, kind of talking about business and like what we're going to do together, like as far as brand deals. So it ended up being the same scenario. He tries cuddling me again. And I'm like, look, I don't know what type of girl you think I am, but like, Then he tries telling me that him and his wife aren't really together, all this other stuff. Okay, I'm gonna have to do part five. Yeah, so he starts telling me like him and his wife aren't really together. It's just for publicity, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like believing it. I'm just being naive, like as can be, just believing everything he's feeding me. And here's where I'm a little ashamed. We did end up doing the thing, okay? Don't judge me, but I did. So long story short, he's like, now I'm gonna be obsessed, blah, blah, blah. And he actually ended up paying me like $800 for one of the brands that he said he was gonna like hook me up with like ahead of time, which was really weird to me. So after the fact, I just kept hearing stories from other people that this is like what he does with girls and like all these other things. I was just like disgusted with myself, disgusted with him. So this is him asking me to hang out again, blah, blah, blah. I didn't. Definitely gonna have to do part 6. That's where the real tea is gonna be. This out. It really was not intentional, but okay, part 6. Anyways, he had hit me up multiple times after. Have not hung out with him since. He always asks me to link. I could show you all the screenshots, but like really what good does it do? It's really no proof that it's him. I'm not gonna put his number on here. But the real screenshot is this one. So this is after like, you know, various times of me like not responding or just like being short. And this top message says I live in LA now. I can't remember what was before that. But anyway, blah, blah, you can read it. The real kicker is this. It must have been bad for you because he would never talk about the fact that we did it on text. Being smart of him. But yeah, he said that. And then, nope, just bad for my morals because facts. He still hits me up to this day. And here's the real proof that it's really him. I shouldn't have to prove myself to anyone. But since everyone thinks I'm capping, I'm going to provide you with a little more. They wanted the Uber receipt. Here's the Uber receipt. There's my hotel. There's the house in Malibu. If you know California, you know that's Malibu. Why did I scribble the name out? I don't know. Honestly, I thought it was illegal. I also could just change anybody in my phone to his name, so. But here's a little proof that he is in my contacts. Here is proof that it's his actual Instagram. Here's our message. There you go. Here's this video again, proving that's his actual Snapchat, in case you forgot. And in no way am I trying to play some innocent victim role. There was a lot of manipulation involved to get to where it went to. Because in reality, you shouldn't be DMing girls in the first place about business.
Austin's been a little bit of a naughty boy.
Is there a girl that I know that she doesn't know? Where I can act like I can meet up with her or something? For those who know me, I don't drink.
You've got a drink in your hand, mate. He obviously does drink. There's no point in making out to 10-year-old fans that you don't drink.
I don't drink.
Everyone has a fucking drink now and then. And I'm not talking about lemonade or squash. I'm talking about a little bit of a beverage. You're at a festival. Come on. Now he's owned 5 girls, which I don't think is the